Good morning, everyone. My name is Ahmad Danindra N, and together with my friend Ahmad Danindra, we're going to present about the biggest search engine, Google. Let's get started. The man behind Google. The man behind Google is Larry Page. The most popular search engine on the planet is American entrepreneur and computer scientist. The 46-year-old is worth an estimated $55.8 billion, making him the world's ninth richest person. He co-founded Google with Russian-born computer scientist Sergey Brin in 1998. The history of Google. The Google story begins in 1995 at Stanford University. Larry Page was considering Stanford for grad school, and Sergey Brin, a student there, was assigned to show him around. By some account, they disagreed about nearly everything during that first meeting, but by the following year, they struck a partnership. Brin and Page, who met as graduate students at Stanford University, were intrigued with the idea of extracting meaning from the mass of data accumulating on the internet. They began working from Page's dormitory room at Stanford to devise a new type of search technology, which they dubbed backrub. The key was to leverage web users on ranking abilities by tracking each website's backing links, that is, the number of the pages linked to them. Most search engines simply returned a list of websites ranked by option a search phrase appeared on them. Brin and Page incorporated into the search function the number of links each website had, i.e., a website with thousands of links would logically be more valuable than one with just a few links, and the search engine thus would place the heavily linked site higher on list of possibilities. Further, a link from heavily linked website would be a more valuable hook than one from a more obscure website. In mid-1998, Brin and Page began receiving outside financing. One of their first investors was Andy Bechtolsheim, a founder of Sun Microsystems Incorporated. They ultimately raised about $1 million from investor, family, and friends, and set up shop in Menlo Park, California. Under the name Google, which was derived from a misspelling of Page's original pen name Google, a mathematical term for the number 1 followed by 100 zeros. By mid-1998 and 1999, when Google received a $25 million round of venture capital funding, it was processing 500,000 queries per day. Activity began to explode in 2000 when Google became the client search engine, one of the web's most popular site, Yahoo. By 2005, when Yahoo dispensed with Google service, users were searching on Google 200 million times a day. That growth only continued by the end of 2011. Google was handling some 3 billion searches per day. The company name became so ubiquitous that it entered the lexicon as a verb. To Google became a common expression for searching internet.
To accommodate this unprecedented mass of data, Google built 11 data centers around the world, each of them containing several 100,000 servers, basically multiprocessor personal computers and hard drives mounted in specially constructed racks. Google's interlinked computers probably number several million. The heart of Google's operation, however, is built around three proprietary pieces of computer code: Google File System, GFC, Bigtable, and MapReduce. GFC handles the storage of data in chunks across several machines. Bigtable is the company's database program, and MapReduce is used by Google to generate higher level data, for example, putting together an index of web pages that contain words Chicago, theater, and participatory. What has Google done since 2000? In 2002, Google really struck gold with an introduction of AdWords, a pay-per-click third-party advertising platform. Once again, Yahoo had a chance to cash in on Google. As Page and Brian approached the technology company seeking $3 billion in funding, Yahoo declined. Google found the money elsewhere, and Google AdWords has become a huge profit center for Google over the past 16 years. Soon after, Google rolled out several additional key company initiatives. Google AdSense 2003, a product that enabled companies to connect with global advertisers at the click of a button. Google's email product, Gmail, was launched on April Fool's Day in 2004. More rollouts followed. Google Maps in 2005, YouTube in 2005, but owned yet by Google. Google Earth in 2005, Google Calendar in 2006, Google Finance in 2006, Google Street View in 2007, Google Android in 2007, Google Chrome in 2008, Google Voice in 2009, and finally Google Apps in 2012. In 2007, Google was also cited by Fortune magazine as the #1 company to work for in the US. Google 2020 and beyond. Today, Google continues what it calls a relentless search for better answers as its core business philosophy. The company also continues to build on its all-star lineup of products and services, and in 2005 remodeled its business structure with parent company Alphabet now running Google and its expansive presence with offices in 50 countries around the world. How expansive? Alphabet reported $100.9 billion in 2017 revenues, with a net income profit of $12.6 billion. Larry Page and Sergey Brin haven't fared so badly either. The Google co-founders now have a net worth of $54.4 billion and $53 billion respectively. That's a long way from a Stanford dorm room and remains one of history's most compelling business success stories, a story that grows every day.
That's all from me. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.